Hey, hello, hello, hello. So here we are, a beautiful day in my little hometown. We all have our hometowns, don't we? We identify with our hometowns. I'm a Calgarian. I'm an Albertan. I'm a Canadian. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, but we do get identified, don't we? We're like, yeah, and we kind of hold on to it. I'm a conservative. I'm a liberal, and a lot of what I see in the Tao, because I've been reading from this book recently, the Tao, is that we're not any of that. You know, we actually holding on to those things keeps us separate from from what we are, which is you know, let's say we are one with the moment, one with everything else takes us out of the moment. And whether we identify with being old or young or hot or ugly. I'm ugly. Can you imagine? But people, we do, right? We think, oh, I'm short. Uh, and uh, it's all not true. It's not true. First of all, one of the things that I think in if we're looking for awakening, we soon identify that we're not our thoughts, right? And so when we're in our thoughts, right, T? When we're in our thoughts, we're like, oh my gosh, they seem so real. We're like, oh gosh, and so if we can get to that point where, and I think one of the ways of getting there is through meditation. We get to that point where we're like, okay, I'm not my thoughts. Where do thoughts come from? Thoughts actually seem to come out of some, who the hell knows, out of the past, right? Out of memory, generally. And so they're not true. They're just stories from the past, and so if this happens, then that'll happen, and when we kind of connect everything together, we use cause and effect, and we say, well, that happened because of that, and again we identify, and those thoughts hold us into this separateness, and separateness says this is mine and that's yours. We have a fence between our property because this is my property, that's your property, and we have all of these things in the dualistic world of right and wrong and good and bad, and it would be fine, except most of us aren't that happy with it. Okay, that's the deal. I mean, if you're like, happy, joyous, and free, living in judgment, living in fear, living in guilt, living in all of these things that come with identification, then have at her. But many of us, even from a young age, kind of woke up to, there's got to be something else here. But what is going on here? Why are things the way they are? Are you like that? Do you have that questioning? You must. You wouldn't be here watching this, and you must have that questioning. You're saying, why am I? I think the beginning of awareness comes with the thought of I don't know. I don't know. And I was talking to a fellow yesterday, and he said, "Where's all this going to take us?" We were working on the steps, and I said, "Well, where do you think it's going to take us?" And he said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, that's a good place to go." Yes, that's it. Okay, so it's going to take us to I don't know, and I don't know takes us out of time, right? I don't know takes us out of judgment, out of fear. I don't know takes us out of uh, complaint. I don't know brings us into the moment, actually, because I don't know. So that's the deal. So here we go. We're reading from the Tao Te Ching, and we're at chapter 7. Now these chapters, like this one, is 2 paragraphs, right? 2 paragraphs, chapter 7. And it's amazing. The Tao Te Ching, thank you, Stephen Mitchell, for, doing this translation. It's beautiful. The Tao was supposedly originally written by lao-tzu, and which roughly means old man. And so we don't know much about lao-tzu, and but we do know that these writings are amazing. And if we can quiet our mind, quiet the mind, if we can quiet our mind just for a moment to listen, just let this in. There's nothing to learn, just let it in. Chapter 7, the Tao is infinite, eternal. Why is it eternal? It was never born. Thus, it can never die. Why is it infinite? It has no desires for itself. Thus, it is present for all beings. So the Tao has no needs, no desires, no wants. It's beautiful. The Master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She is detached from all things. That is why she is one with them. Because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled. I'm going to read that again. This is the second paragraph in this immense chapter. The Master stays behind. That is why she is ahead. She is detached from all things. That is why she is one with them. Because she has let go of herself, she is perfectly fulfilled. Wow, that's just the whole thing, isn't it? It's just, really, that's beautiful. I love it. I love how in his translation, when he speaks of the master or the teacher, he always refers to she. And he said earlier in his setup, in his forward, that we can do whatever we want with that, and whatever we're comfortable with. But I really enjoy that, and because so many of the writings of the world are written in the masculine, and I like how he did that. Stephen Mitchell. Google Stephen Mitchell. He's amazing. He's written a lot of translations to a lot of great teachings, and some books of his own. They're his own, but he's really done some amazing stuff and made, I think, a difference on the planet. So that's it. How are you guys? Love it if you leave a note here or on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, and tell me how you're doing and how you're enjoying this. If you want to catch the first 6 chapters, we're on chapter 7. If you want to do the first 6 ones, maybe go to my YouTube channel and listen to them there. They're all short readings. Nothing's more than, they're all, some of them are 4 minutes, 6 minutes. Some occasional one is 10. So love it if you do that and subscribe when you're there. Love you. Surrender, baby. Letting go of it all. We let go of it all to get it all. Isn't that amazing? Okay, love you lots. Thanks.